Hi, I am Jennifer Wasilewski, Senior Instructional Specialist for English Language Arts 6 through 12, and I'm joined by Brian Dean, Senior Instructional Specialist for Mathematics 6 through 12 from the Office for Teaching and Learning. We know that you have been working diligently through the process of planning and preparing your schools for the 2013-2014 school year. We want to take the time to provide you with information concerning the curriculum information and guidance about resources and supports available to the schools from the Office of Teaching and Learning. Our secondary curriculum team has collaborated closely to align our efforts across ELA, reading, math, science, and social studies to provide a consistent approach to curriculum and instruction for the upcoming year. Within this podcast, we hope to make connections between content areas and provide a vision for curriculum, instruction, and assessment. Specifically, we will identify our areas of focus, outline resources and supports that will be available to teachers and schools, and discuss goals for professional learning. We know that in order to fulfill our promise for preparing all students for college, career, and life readiness, collaboration is key. Pasco's integrated system will provide the focus for our work K through 12 as we work to implement our district focus areas, which include standards-based instruction, professional growth system, and professional learning. PLCs will serve as the vehicle for teachers to study their standards and increase effectiveness in order to impact student learning. The work of the PLC will be process-driven and focus teachers' work on how to plan for and respond to student learning. Teachers will collaboratively work through the PLC guiding questions to plan effective instructional sequences. This process will assist teachers to better understand the Common Core state standards as they study and unwrap them, set learning goals, design assessments, and create lessons that match their rigor. Prior to the PLCs unwrapping their standards, there will be some district work that will impact but also assist in this process. As referenced in Leadership Week, district teams will work to identify and group Common Core standards for preliminary unit planning. The Office for Teaching and Learning has a goal to provide curriculum support and resources to all of our high schools. In order to accomplish this goal, our focus will be to provide teachers with groupings of Common Core state standards in multidimensional scales to plan for standard-based units of instruction, recommendations for text complexity and literacy, pacing of units in mathematics, and samples of unidimensional scales for student-owned progress monitoring. Recognizing that the process of designing Common Core instructional units is new for many, our team worked to identify the necessary knowledge, training, support, monitoring, and follow-up for these goals to become pervasive across all PLCs in our county. Schools and teachers will be provided support through PLC facilitator development, monthly meetings with administrators, collaboration through Edmodo or Learn courses between the Office for Teaching and Learning and content area teachers across the district. We will post information and resources on a continual basis. In addition, we are creating a video library of model lessons in classrooms, as well as periodic podcasts for schools and teachers to use for professional learning within the PLCs. As we look at shifts in English for the 2013-2014 school year, we want our priorities to include writing to sources utilizing text-based answers and engaging in evidence-based discussions through a staircase of complexity. This means that students should be able to engage in rich and rigorous evidence-based discussions about texts, write to inform or make an argument utilizing evidence from multiple sources through grade-appropriate text which students have closely read in order to gather information to form claims and support the claims with evidence from multiple texts. We have organized our communication around the PLC guiding questions. In alignment with the prioritized shifts for language arts and math, we have set goals for our adult learners to move deeper into our implementation of the Common Core standards. The goals that we have identified for the 2013-2014 school year are part of a much larger, multi-year plan that we will continue to modify and build over time. PLCs will serve as the driving force for implementation of these learning goals. We have included the areas of focus for English for the first semester of school. Please use this chart to familiarize yourself with the areas of focus and contact the Office for Teaching and Learning if you have questions or need additional information. We have included the areas of focus for English for the second semester of school as well. These areas of focus should be utilized as our PLCs collaborate to build units of instruction. We will need to measure and track progress of teachers as well as PLCs to ensure that these objectives are coming alive across all of our schools. To build knowledge in teachers, PLC facilitators, coaches, and leaders, we will plan to utilize a mix of blended and face-to-face options. We are planning the launch of an Office for Teaching and Learning Canvas site to house resources, including videos of model lessons and classrooms to help teachers see what specific techniques and practices look like in action. Your role in the professional development of teachers is critical, and we are looking forward to collaborating with you to support our teachers with job-embedded learning within their PLCs. Recognizing varied levels of implementation, our regional teams will be a valuable asset to differentiate instruction and supports based on each individual school's needs. Additionally, we will be planning supplemental trainings as an added layer of support. And as we transition from next generation Sunshine State Standards to the Common Core State Standards, the Office for Teaching and Learning will provide training support as requested by schools, differentiating by each individual school's needs. Our Tier 2 supports and intensive reading at the high school level will include 9th grade, implementing Achieves and supplemental reading materials. 10th grade will also implement Achieves and supplemental reading materials, while 11th and 12th grade will utilize Kaplan and supplemental reading materials. Trainings for these new programs are being offered August 6th through the 9th. Schools and teachers will be provided support through PLC facilitator development, monthly meetings with administrators, collaboration through Edmodo or Learn courses between the Office for Teaching and Learning and content area teachers across the district. We will post information and resources on a continual basis. In addition, we are creating a video library of model lessons and classrooms, as well as periodic podcasts for schools and teachers to use for professional learning within the PLCs.
As we look at the mathematical shifts for the 2013-14 school year, our priorities for students is to have a deep understanding of the mathematics they are doing. Not just learn the procedure or trick, but understand why those procedures or tricks work. We also want students to have opportunities to apply the mathematics they are learning through practice and understanding with dual intensity. The focus of mathematics for the 2013-14 school year should be the standards for mathematical practice while teaching a blend of the Common Core State Standards and the next generation Sunshine State Standards. We will continue to provide curriculum maps for this blended year in order to allow teachers time to unpack the Common Core State Standards, develop their high-functioning PLCs, while gaining a better understanding of our professional growth model. During the second semester, we will focus on continuing to build lessons that purposefully plan for the standards of mathematical practice and to build units of instruction for the 2014-15 school year. This support is meant to help to ensure a smooth transition in moving to full implementation of the Common Core State Standards through developing unidimensional scales from the multidimensional scales created by teacher leaders. We have included the areas of focus for math for the first semester of school. Please use this chart to familiarize yourself with the areas of focus and contact the Office for Teaching and Learning if you have questions or need additional information. We have included the areas of focus for math for second semester of school. Since the curriculum maps will no longer be utilized after the 2013-14 school year, it is imperative that PLCs utilize this time to build their units of instruction. As for additional supports for Algebra 1 and Geometry, we will continue to develop our PLC facilitators, support leadership through monthly meetings, create a video library of best practices highlighting Pasco County teachers and students, as well as periodic podcasts to facilitate additional learning opportunities focused on intentionally planning for the standards of mathematical practice. We welcome your questions and requests for school-based support. Please contact us so that we can support and meet the needs of your school.